30 people, knocked out, what, 28 of them, right? What makes you different?
He probably can't answer that question. he probably can't answer that question. But it's the skill, the will. I got the whole package, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not sitting there waiting to get hit by nobody, especially somebody that's supposed to be a power puncher. That's evidently a power puncher.
A fight that has divided the boxing world. Some fans are excited while others call it a mismatch. But here's the real question. Is this a cherry pick or a legitimate test for Tank? With Floyd Mayweather himself breaking down this matchup, we're diving deep into what makes Tank Davis special, whether Roach stands a chance, why this fight is happening now, and the controversy surrounding Davis's next moves. Let's break it all down. Few people know boxing better than Floyd Mayweather, and when he speaks, people listen.
The most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn. You couldn't go get no soda. You couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Mayweather had said Tank Davis is the most exciting fighter in boxing. Today is Gervonta Davis. When Tank fights, you can't leave your seat. You don't want to miss a second. That's high praise coming from an undefeated legend. Mayweather sees a lot of his younger self in Tank, saying he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Back in the day, people knew I was going to bring action. That's Tank today. The question is, will Lamont Roach be the guy to stop Tank? Gervonta Davis enters this fight as an undefeated powerhouse with a 29-0 record and 27 knockouts.
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this. Shakur Stevenson ducked him. Lomachenko ducked him openly. El Rayo didn't want to fight this year. He wanted to fight next year. Another thing is, I was hearing that Tank wanted it at 135 and rehydration, all kind of shit. So, but I don't know how true that is, which it wouldn't shock me if that was true. Either way, for whatever reason, El Rayo fell apart. The options were just getting diabolical. All right, I understand that. At the same time, Lamont Roach versus Tank is trash. If Devin Haney announced he was fighting Lamont Roach coming up from 130 next at 135, I'll say that shit's trash. Let me tell you this. To me, Gervonta is far better than Devin Haney. So it's trash, bruh. It's trash.
Known for his explosive punching power and elite counterpunching skills, he has established himself as the biggest star in the lightweight division. However, critics argue that he has yet to face the toughest competition consistently, avoiding top names like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
Saying have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight against Lamont Roach. Nothing against Lamont Roach, but I'm telling you, Gervonta Tank Davis fanboys, not the fans, but the fanboys, you're not going to be able to convince people that Lamont Roach is someone to get excited about versus Tank. It's not going to happen. You're going to try to call people casuals or whatever. But really, people who really knows boxing, they know that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much for Lamont Roach, all right? Now, I was saying go up to 140. Fight who, Showbiz? Fight anybody. Just have a fight at 140. And when you see in hindsight that Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney is now negotiating for their fight, you can understand now why I would say something like that. He has a fight at 140, then he takes on the Teofimo Lopez and Devin the American Dream Haney winner.
On the other side, Lamont Roach is a seasoned fighter with a 25-1-1 record and solid technical fundamentals. As the underdog, he has little to lose, but questions remain about his ability to handle Davis. With only 10 knockouts, Roach lacks proven knockout power and is moving up in weight to face one of boxing's hardest hitters. Experts like Al Bernstein doubt Roach can pull off an upset, noting that while he is skilled, his past performances don't suggest he can handle the relentless power and precision of Davis. This fight has sparked debates in the boxing world. Many fans believe Tank should be fighting guys like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, or Teofimo Lopez. Boxing expert Showbiz. The adult says fans aren't excited about this. They want Tank to go to 140 pounds and fight real killers. Even former champions like Sean Porter have stated, Tank is too good to be fighting Roach. We need bigger fights. But there's another side to the argument. Dawood Bey, a former pro boxer, believes people are sleeping on Lamont Roach. He comes from a tough background and has a real shot. So is this really a cherry pick? Or will Roach prove the doubters wrong?
Lamont Roach, a lot of people shitting on the fight. A lot of people saying it's a cherry pick. A lot of people saying that, or criticizing Tank for bringing Lamont up to 130. What's your thoughts on the fight?
I think if you understand the history of DC and Baltimore, and then I'm familiar with Roach and them camp a little bit because I'm cool with people that's tight with them and stuff like that. So we all kind of encounter each other. I don't live nothing but 2.5 hours away, right? I wouldn't see none of them coming and laying down, and then Tank is Tank. I think you're gonna get a DMV classic. Like you're gonna get a good fight. They're gonna fight each other. Lamont gonna fight Tank. You know what I'm saying? So for however long it lasts, or for however long the fireworks is, you know what I mean, going off, he gonna fight him.
One of the biggest criticisms against Tank Davis is that he hasn't fought the best competition available. He never fought Vasyl Lomachenko when the fight was red hot. He hasn't signed a fight with Shakur Stevenson. Tank and Devin Haney have gone back and forth for years, but no contract has been signed. Former champion Teofimo Lopez has called Tank out before, saying, Tank is picking the easy fights. He needs to fight real warriors like me or Devin. But here's the truth. Not all of this is Tank's fault. Fighters like Lomachenko and Haney have their own demands. Boxing politics play a huge role in why these fights haven't happened. Here's where things get interesting. According to boxing legend Mike Tyson, sometimes fighters pick certain opponents for financial reasons. Mike Tyson's theory is that sometimes boxers take certain fights to help friends financially. Maybe Tank sees this as a way to give Roach a big payday. Could this be true? Or is this just an easy win for Tank before he retires? Recently, Tank Davis shocked the boxing world by saying he will retire in 2025. But Devin Haney doesn't believe him, saying he has unfinished business.
Reaction to Tank retiring?
He's retired?
That's what he said.
Nah, he's not retiring. It's a lot of big fights to be made out there, and Tank knows that. I don't think he's gonna retire, with a lot of unfinished business.
What do you make of the Tank versus Roach fight? Do you think it's a fight that Tank should have at this point of his career?
No comment.
What do you make of a Tank?
Lamont Roach. I'm Lamont Roach. We've been cool since we was in the amateurs. So I'm happy that he got the opportunity, and that's all I can say.
And what about Tank Shakur? If that fight happens in the future, who do you see winning?
It's a good fight for boxing. I think that we should all be fighting each other. That's what boxing is about. It's the best fighting the best.
He's not retiring anytime soon. So, what's the real story? Is Tank trying to get a few more big paydays before calling it quits? Or is this just a marketing trick to get fans more invested? Did you know that Tank and Roach fought twice in the amateurs?
We fought twice in the same tournament. So
That's different.
Yeah, and we fought in the Junior Olympics in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
Okay.
He fought in the regionals and then fought again in the nationals?
Yeah. So we fought in the regionals in Baltimore in his hometown. It was a close fight. Obviously, I thought I won. There was like an incident where a point got taken from both of us, and it only should have been him, or whatever the case may be. And we sent the tape to USA Boxing, and USA Boxing sent us an at-large bid to go to the nationals.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, and then they put us on two different sides of the bracket, and we met up in the championship.
And he took it again.
Yeah, he won a close fight, and I thought I won that one too.
Roach revealed they fought in the Junior Olympics. First in Baltimore, then again in the Nationals. Both were close fights, but Tank won both times. This means Roach isn't just another random challenger, he has history with Tank. But can he flip the script in the pros? The boxing world wants to know what happens after this fight. Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach prepare to clash. Davis, an undefeated knockout artist, has the chance to solidify his status as boxing's biggest star. A victory could finally lead to long-awaited fights against Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, bringing him closer to a legendary career and a few more massive paydays before retirement. But if Roach pulls off the upset, everything changes. He would become an overnight superstar, shaking up the lightweight division and proving doubters wrong. Still, most believe the odds are stacked against him. Experts argue Roach lacks the power and experience to handle Davis' relentless offense.
Big hair, don't care, on the way to the gym, and I'm just like totally perplexed. I see a lot of people on Twitter and on the internet talking about disdain when it comes to, the Tank fight with Lamont Roach. I'm like, what's the problem? They act like Lamont Roach has not fought anybody and he isn't anybody. His only loss is against a former world champion in Jamel Herring. His last two fights with McCrory and Hector Luis Garcia, they were fire. This is a legitimate matchup. I don't know what the problem is. Everybody says that Tank needs to fight someone. Now he's fighting someone and people have something to say. Like, what do y'all want? What do y'all want from these guys? These are the matchups we want to see. It's going to be good. I'm not going to say who I'm picking right now because I want to see more, but respect to both guys.
No matter the outcome, this fight will shape the future of boxing. Will Davis dominate once again, or will Roach shock the world? But let's be real, most people don't think Roach will win. So, what's the official prediction? Most experts believe Tank will win by knockout in the middle rounds. Oscar De La Hoya agrees, saying Roach is good, but he's in over his head. This will be a tough night for him, but Roach has nothing to lose. If he fights fearlessly, he could surprise people.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. Watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. He's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any punch.
My prediction is Tank wins by knockout in round 6. But expect fireworks early on. Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach is happening, whether fans like it or not. But the real question still remains, is this a real fight or just an easy payday for Tank?